Hi guys, it's Tiffany here to do my recap. This morning I traded NKLA. Um, it was consolidating for a while right above the VWAP on the 5-minute chart, as you can see. The 15-minute chart looked great as a 15-minute opening range breakup. After I thought it was finished consolidating along the VWAP, a little bit of volume came in. And I went long with a stop loss below the VWAP, and I ended up taking my first partial at this 32 level that it was having a really hard time breaking through. But I thought it was about to break through and make this move. I took my first partial at this break, and then I placed my stop loss at break even. So it came back and whipped me out, and I did not re-enter the trade. And the reason I did not is because the price action was a bit choppy on this for me this morning, and I just didn't want this to keep happening to me over and over. So I just decided to look for something else. I did end up taking a little reversal on it a little bit later. It put up a double top on the previous day high. Sorry. On the previous day high, it put up a double top. Not exactly perfect, but if you look at the 5-minute chart, the wicks to the top side, trying to make it up through the previous day high, it looked like it was pretty weak. So I was kind of waiting for it to make one more attempt right here. As you can see on the 1 minute, I was waiting for it to make one more attempt and not quite make it as high as this peak right here. And then when it started making new lows, I was going to go short. But I saw that it was pretty weak right here, so I went ahead and went short with a stop loss above the 34 level, which is also above the previous 5-minute candle. And then my first partial was at the 9 moving average on the 5-minute chart. I thought it was, it came back up through these moving averages on the 1 minute, and I added to my position, and it ended up coming up and stopping me out at break even. Not the greatest trades, but that was it. And then I went away for a few hours from my trading desk. And when I came back, the power of community in the chat room, Megan, thank you, Megan, for this call out. She called out Oxy as a possible mountain pass, which is one of Peter's great strategies. And as you can see right here on the 1 minute, there are two peaks. The second peak is not quite as high as the first. I really loved that on the 15-minute chart, there was a doji right here, and it couldn't even make a new high. And on the 5-minute, you have these really large wicks to the top side, and it started making new lows. And when this 9 and 20 started curling down and crossing over, and the 50 came up, is where I went short, which is also losing this level right here on the 1 minute. I took my my stop loss was at the high of the previous 5-minute. The high of the previous 5-minute candle. And I took my first partial at this support from earlier that day was my first partial. And then no, excuse me, my daughter is creeping through here. Anyhow, I took partials on the way down. Yes, this was one of those that I kind of took partials at places where I probably should have been more patient. It was the end of the day, and I was probably thinking more about trading my P&L at this point, but I was very satisfied with this trade. I did end up getting out of my position entirely when it made a new 5-minute high. But that was it. Those were my trades. And thank you again, Megan, for the great call out for Oxy. Otherwise, I would have had just like a mediocre day. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.